Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds, greater than hey there. Welcome back to our channel. If you're enjoying our content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you won't miss our upcoming videos. Now, let's dive into today's story. In a world where the sky stretched its azure canvas further than eyes could see, mankind had reached an epoch where dreams were no longer confined to the realm of sleep. The air shimmered with whispers of technology so advanced it danced on the edge of magic, and the very fabric of reality seemed woven with threads of wonder and peril. The day began with a hush, as if the earth itself was holding its breath. In the bustling metropolis of Nova Gaia, a city that rose above the clouds with its spires of glass and steel, people moved with a rhythmic purpose, their lives interwoven with the symphony of machines. Here, the sky was not a limit but an opportunity, and the horizon beckoned with promises unspoken. A gentle hum filled the air, the sound of countless drones flitting through the sky like mechanical birds, each one a courier of messages and goods, stitching together lives with their silent efficiency. Below, the streets were alive with a tapestry of people, each one a thread in the grand design of this future world. They moved through the city with augmented reality overlays guiding their paths, information flowing seamlessly from the digital into their very senses. In the heart of this marvel, nestled between towering edifices and lush vertical gardens, lay a sanctuary of sorts. A park where nature and technology coexisted in harmonious equilibrium. Trees adorned with bioluminescent leaves whispered secrets to the wind, while streams danced over stones that glowed softly with embedded solar cells. It was here that Alara found her solace, a young woman with eyes that mirrored the sky, filled with both wonder and a quiet determination. Alara worked at the forefront of the city's technological advances, her days spent unraveling the mysteries of quantum computing and artificial intelligences that could think and feel. Yet, despite the marvels of her world, she was haunted by visions of shadows lurking at the edges of progress, where innovation sometimes stumbled into the realm of the unforeseen. On this day, as the sun kissed the horizon with hues of orange and gold, Alara sat by the stream, her thoughts adrift. She watched as children played nearby with holographic companions, their laughter mingling with the gentle rustle of leaves. Yet, beneath the surface of this serene tableau, she sensed an undercurrent, a tension that whispered of challenges yet to come. As she gazed into the water, Alara's thoughts were interrupted by the sudden presence of a stranger. He emerged from the path with an unassuming grace, his eyes as enigmatic as the shadows that seemed to cling to him. His name, she learned, was Kale, a wanderer from the outer colonies, places where Earth's advances were still a distant echo. Kale spoke of worlds beyond, of spaces where technology had not yet tamed the wild, and where nature held sway in its untamed glory. His words painted pictures of starlit skies unpolluted by city lights and forests that sang with the voices of ancient spirits. But his tales also bore warning, a reminder that every leap forward cast a shadow, and that the balance between creation and destruction was delicate and ever-shifting. Intrigued and unsettled, Alara found herself drawn to Kale's stories, feeling a pull towards the unknown that echoed her own unspoken fears. Together, they wandered through the park, their footsteps tracing a path through a landscape that was both familiar and strange. As they walked, the world around them seemed to blur, reality bending with the weight of possibility. Less than prosody greater than less than speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than their conversation turned to the heart of Gaia, a legendary artifact said to hold the power to bridge the gap between worlds, to unite technology and nature in a perfect harmony. It was a myth, a tale whispered among dreamers and visionaries, yet Kale spoke of it with a conviction that ignited a spark in Alara's soul. As twilight descended, painting the sky with stars, Alara and Kale found themselves standing before an ancient oak, its branches stretching towards the heavens as if in supplication. Beneath its boughs, they felt the pulse of the earth, a steady rhythm that resonated with the beating of their own hearts. It was a moment suspended in time, a space where the boundaries between past and future, dream and reality, seemed to dissolve. In that sacred space, Alara made a decision, a choice to step beyond the confines of her world, to seek the heart of Gaia and the truth it might reveal. She felt a thrill of fear and excitement, knowing that her journey would be fraught with challenges, but also rich with the promise of discovery. The path ahead was uncertain, a tapestry woven with threads of light and shadow. Yet, as Alara and Kale stood beneath the ancient oak, the air around them seemed to hum with an energy that spoke of destiny. It was the beginning of an adventure that would take them beyond the known and into the realms of the extraordinary, a journey that would test their resolve and redefine the very essence of their beings. As they turned to leave, the city's lights twinkling like stars in the distance, Alara knew that the future was a canvas waiting to be painted with the colors of their dreams. And though the road ahead was shrouded in mystery, she felt a quiet certainty that whatever lay beyond, they would face it together, guided by the light of hope and the strength of their shared purpose. The night deepened, and the park was left in silence, the gentle rustle of leaves and the distant hum of the city the only sounds to mark their passage. The world around them was a symphony of wonders, each note a reminder of the delicate balance they sought to preserve. In this future filled with both amazing advancements and terrifying challenges, Alara and Kale stepped into the unknown, their hearts alight with the promise of what might be. As they ventured further from the park, the cityscape seemed to morph and transform under the cloak of night. Towering structures gleamed with a phosphorescent glow, their spires reaching for the heavens like the fingers of giants. These architectural marvels, both organic and synthetic, whispered secrets of times yet to come. The buildings were living entities, breathing and adapting to the rhythmic pulse of the metropolis, exhaling warmth into the cool night air. Alara and Kale moved with purpose through the labyrinthine streets, their steps weaving a path through the ebb and flow of humanity. The people they passed were a tapestry of diversity, woven from threads of every conceivable culture and creed, their eyes reflecting the myriad stories that had brought them to this shared nexus of innovation and dreams. In this cosmopolitan cradle, the past and future danced in a delicate waltz, each step a testament to resilience and progress. As they approached the heart of the city, an enormous dome loomed before them, its surface shimmering with an iridescent sheen that seemed to capture the very essence of the cosmos. This was the nexus, the epicenter of knowledge and technological advancement, a place where the boundaries between the possible and the impossible had long since blurred. The entrance to the nexus was flanked by ancient oak trees, their gnarled branches reaching skyward like the arms of ancient sentinels. These trees were a living connection to the earth, their roots entwined with the foundations of the city, grounding its inhabitants in the rich soil of history even as they reached for the stars. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than. As they stepped inside, Alara felt a wave of awe wash over her. The interior was a cathedral of light, vast and echoing, filled with an effervescent energy that crackled in the air. Walls of translucent screens displayed a kaleidoscope of data streams, a ceaseless flow of information that illuminated the space with a vibrant glow. Holographic displays hovered in midair, their images shifting and swirling like the aurora borealis. Kale led the way with a practiced ease, navigating the sea of knowledge with the confidence of one who had spent countless hours immersed in its depths. They moved through the crowds of scholars and innovators, their discussions a low murmur that rose and fell like the tide. Here, ideas were born and nurtured, each one a spark of potential that could ignite the future. In this sanctuary of intellect and creativity, Alara felt her own curiosity stir, a gentle flame kindled by the promise of discovery. She and Kale were here to meet with a team of scientists who had dedicated their lives to unraveling the mysteries of the universe, their work a beacon of hope in a world teetering on the brink of transformation. As they approached a cluster of workstations, a woman with silver hair and eyes that glimmered with the light of 1,000 stars turned to greet them. Her name was Dr. Celine, and she was renowned for her work in quantum mechanics and cosmic phenomena. Her presence was a reassuring force, a reminder that there were those who still believed in the power of knowledge to change the world. "Alara, Kale," she said, her voice a melodious blend of wisdom and warmth. "I'm glad you could join us. We have much to discuss." They gathered around a central table, its surface a seamless expanse of interactive glass that responded to their touch. As Dr. Celine began to speak, the table came alive with images and data, a vibrant tapestry of the universe unfurling before them. "We stand at a crossroads," she began, her words weaving a narrative that captured the imagination. "Our understanding of the cosmos has expanded beyond what we once thought possible, yet with each discovery, new questions arise. The fabric of reality is more intricate than we ever imagined, and it is up to us to navigate its complexities." Alara listened intently, her mind racing with possibilities. The challenges they faced were daunting, yet the potential for discovery was equally vast. It was a delicate dance, this balance between exploration and responsibility, and she felt the weight of it settle upon her shoulders. As Dr. Celine continued, she spoke of a project that had the potential to revolutionize their understanding of the universe. It was a daring endeavor, one that required the collaboration of minds from every corner of the globe. At its heart was a device known as the Celestial Prism, a construct of unparalleled complexity designed to unlock the secrets of the multiverse. The implications of their work were profound, touching on the very nature of existence. It was a journey into the unknown, a voyage that promised both wonder and peril. Yet despite the risks, there was an undeniable allure to the pursuit of knowledge, a siren's call that beckoned them onward. As the meeting drew to a close, Alara felt a renewed sense of purpose. The path ahead was fraught with uncertainty, yet it was also illuminated by the light of discovery. She and Kale were part of something greater than themselves, a collective effort to push the boundaries of human understanding and forge a future defined by hope and possibility. As they left the Nexus, the night sky stretched endlessly above them, a canvas of infinite potential. Stars glittered like diamonds scattered across velvet, each one a distant sun that held secrets of its own. In that moment, Alara felt a profound connection to the cosmos, a reminder that they were but a small part of a vast and wondrous tapestry. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than. With Kale by her side, she knew that they would face whatever challenges lay ahead with courage and determination. Together, they would navigate the uncharted waters of the future, guided by the constellations of their dreams and the unwavering strength of their shared resolve. And as they walked through the city, the gentle hum of progress echoed around them, a soothing lullaby that carried them forward into the night. The city of Etheria was a marvel of innovation, a sprawling metropolis where nature and technology danced in harmony. Towering skyscrapers reached for the heavens, their surfaces adorned with living walls of verdant greenery that whispered in the breeze. The air was crisp and clean, infused with the faint scent of jasmine from the bioengineered flowers that lined the streets, their petals glowing softly in the moonlight. As Alara and Kale strolled along the cobblestone pathways, their footsteps resonated with the rhythm of a world in motion. The city was alive, a symphony of sounds that blended seamlessly, the gentle whir of drones delivering parcels, the distant murmur of conversations carried by the wind, and the occasional laugh of children playing in the illuminated parks that dotted the landscape. Above them, autonomous vehicles glided silently through the air, their paths choreographed with precision to avoid collisions. The Skyway network was a marvel of engineering, allowing for seamless travel across the city, yet tonight, Alara and Kale chose to walk, savoring the tranquility of the moment. Their destination was the observatory, a place where the mysteries of the universe were unraveled, one discovery at a time. As they approached, the observatory loomed ahead, a structure of sleek glass and steel that seemed to pulse with a life of its own. It was a beacon of knowledge, a place where the brightest minds gathered to peer into the depths of space, seeking answers to questions yet unasked. Alara felt a tremor of excitement as they neared the entrance, the anticipation of the unknown a thrill that never faded. Inside, the atmosphere was hushed, the air thick with the weight of possibility. Scientists in lab coats moved with purpose, their expressions a blend of concentration and wonder. The walls were lined with displays projecting data streams and holographic images of distant galaxies, each one a glimpse into the unfathomable vastness of the cosmos. Alara and Kale made their way to the central chamber, a vast dome that housed the observatory's most powerful telescope. It was here that they would join the team working on Project Celeste, an initiative aimed at deciphering the enigmatic signals that had been detected from a neighboring star system. These signals, rhythmic and complex, hinted at the presence of an advanced civilization, a discovery that could redefine humanity's place in the universe. Dr. Mira Solis, the lead astrophysicist on the project, greeted them with a warm smile. Her eyes sparkled with the fire of 1,000 suns, a testament to her unwavering passion for the stars. "Alara, Kale, it's good to see you," she said, her voice a melody of enthusiasm. "We've made some significant progress since your last visit. The signals are becoming clearer, and we're beginning to uncover their structure." Alara felt her heart quicken. The prospect of communicating with another civilization was both exhilarating and daunting. "What have you learned so far?" she asked, her curiosity insatiable. Dr. Solis gestured to a holographic display, where a series of intricate patterns oscillated in vibrant hues. "We've identified a repeating sequence, something akin to a mathematical language. It's unlike anything we've encountered before, but it suggests a level of sophistication that is truly remarkable." Kale leaned closer, his analytical mind already at work. "Do we have any idea what the message might convey? Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds, greater than drive." Solis shook her head, a hint of awe in her expression. "Not yet, but we believe it could be an invitation, a call for contact." The potential implications are staggering. As Alara studied the patterns, a sense of wonder enveloped her. The signals were a bridge across the void, a connection to beings who shared the same universe, yet lived worlds apart. The thought filled her with a profound sense of unity, a reminder that the cosmos was a tapestry woven with countless threads of life. For hours, they worked alongside the team, analyzing data and unraveling the complexities of the signals. The air buzzed with the collective energy of minds united in pursuit of a common goal. It was a dance of intellect and intuition, a symphony of discovery that unfolded with each revelation. As dawn approached, the sky outside the observatory began to lighten, the first hints of a new day painting the horizon in shades of pink and gold. Alara and Kale took a moment to step outside, the crisp morning air a welcome reprieve. They stood together, gazing at the awakening world, their hearts brimming with hope and anticipation. "Do you think we'll succeed?" Kale asked, his voice a gentle murmur. Alara smiled, a soft, knowing smile that spoke of dreams yet realized. "I believe we will. We're on the brink of something extraordinary, and as long as we have the courage to reach for it, anything is possible." The sun crept over the horizon, casting its golden light across the city, igniting a new day filled with promise. The city of Etheria thrummed with life, a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of the human spirit. It was a world where dreams were born and possibilities were endless, a place where the future was not something to be feared, but embraced. As they returned to the observatory, a renewed sense of determination guided their steps. The challenges ahead were daunting, the path uncertain, but they were not alone. Together with their colleagues, they would forge ahead, driven by the light of discovery and the unwavering belief in a future defined by hope and possibility. And so, the journey continued, a journey into the unknown, a journey that would forever change the course of humanity. With each step, they moved closer to the stars, closer to the answers that awaited them in the vast expanse of the universe. It was a journey that held the promise of adventure, the thrill of discovery, and the unyielding hope of a brighter tomorrow. As the observatory hummed to life once more, Alara and Kale joined their fellow explorers, ready to face whatever the cosmos had in store. Together, they would rise to the challenge, guided by the constellations of their dreams and the unwavering strength of their shared resolve. And as the day unfolded, they knew that they were part of something greater than themselves, a collective effort to push the boundaries of human understanding and forge a future defined by hope and possibility. In the heart of the cosmos, they would find their answers, and in doing so, discover the true essence of what it meant to be human. The observatory's dome stood like a sentinel against the twilight sky, its silhouette stark against the sea of stars that unfolded above. Inside, the air was electric with anticipation, a quiet hum of machinery blending harmoniously with the muffled whispers of the team. Alara and Kale found themselves in the midst of this symphony, their hearts synchronizing with the rhythmic pulse of the universe beyond. As they settled into their stations, the vast digital display overhead began to illuminate with intricate patterns of data, a kaleidoscope of information streaming in from satellites and probes scattered across the galaxy. Each pixel of light represented a fragment of a larger story, a piece of the cosmic puzzle they were here to decipher. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than the observatory was more than just a building. It was a bridge between worlds, a place where the dreams of countless generations converged. Here, the past and future intertwined, and within its walls, the explorers felt the weight of history pressing gently upon their shoulders. It was a reminder that their quest was not merely a pursuit of knowledge, but a continuation of the human legacy, a legacy of curiosity, resilience, and boundless exploration. Alara turned to Kale, her eyes reflecting the shimmering screen above. "Do you ever wonder," she mused, "what the universe thinks of us? As if it watches our every move, curious about these small beings who dare to uncover its secrets." Kale smiled, a soft chuckle escaping his lips. "Perhaps it does. Or perhaps it's simply indifferent, vast and ancient as it is. But I like to think there's a part of it that dances with us, that rejoices in our discoveries." Their conversation was interrupted by the arrival of Dr. Shen, the lead astrophysicist, whose presence commanded both respect and warmth. Her hair, streaked with gray, seemed to glow in the soft light of the control room. She approached with a data tablet in hand, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "We've received new readings from the pulsar array," she announced, her voice a melodious blend of authority and wonder. "There's an anomaly, something we haven't seen before. A signal, too regular and structured to be random cosmic noise." The room fell silent, the weight of her words hanging in the air like a delicate thread waiting to be woven into the tapestry of their mission. Each person present understood the significance. Within the chaos of the galaxy, a whisper had emerged, a voice that might hold answers to questions humanity had only dared to dream of. Could it be? Kale hesitated, his voice barely audible. "Intelligent?" Dr. Shen nodded, her expression thoughtful. "It's possible. We've been monitoring the region for months, and this is the first time we've detected anything of this nature. It's located near the edge of the Andromeda Galaxy, a place we've only just begun to explore." Alara's mind raced with possibilities, her imagination painting vivid pictures of distant civilizations, worlds teeming with life, and the potential for communication across the cosmic divide. The thrill of discovery surged through her veins, a reminder of why she had embarked on this journey. The team spent hours poring over the data, their collective intellects unraveling the mystery bit by bit, The signal was complex, a series of pulses and patterns that suggested intention, a deliberate attempt to reach out across the void. As they delved deeper, the room buzzed with a palpable sense of urgency, the air thick with the aroma of coffee and the quiet rustle of turning pages. Outside, the night deepened, the stars twinkling like 1,000 eyes watching over their endeavor. The observatory, nestled atop a mountain and surrounded by an ancient forest, seemed to breathe in harmony with the universe, its walls echoing with the hopes and dreams of those within. As the hours turned into days, the team worked tirelessly, driven by a shared vision of connection, an understanding that transcended the boundaries of space and time. In those moments of intense focus, the world outside faded away, leaving only the glow of computer screens and the soft click of keyboards. It was during one such moment that Alara, her eyes heavy with fatigue yet bright with determination, noticed a pattern emerging from the chaos. Her heart skipped a beat as she called out to Kale, who was seated next to her, his own gaze fixed intently on the screen. "Look here," she said, pointing to a section of the data stream. "These sequences, they resemble a mathematical progression. It's almost as if..." Kale leaned closer, his brow furrowing in concentration. "It's almost as if they're trying to teach us something," he finished, his voice tinged with awe. "Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds, greater than drive." Shen joined them, her presence a calming force amidst the whirlwind of discovery. "If this is indeed a message," she said thoughtfully, "we must decipher it carefully. It could be the key to understanding not only their existence but also their intentions." The team redoubled their efforts, each member contributing their unique expertise to the task at hand. Linguists, mathematicians, and cryptographers worked alongside astronomers and physicists, their collaboration a testament to the power of unity in the face of the unknown. As the days passed, the observatory became a cocoon of creativity and innovation, a place where the boundaries of possibility were continually pushed and redefined. The team shared meals and stories, their camaraderie growing stronger with each breakthrough, each step closer to unraveling the cosmic enigma. And then, one fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the sky blazed with the colors of twilight, they cracked the code. The signal, it seemed, was an invitation, a request for dialogue, a bridge between worlds that beckoned them to step across. Alara felt a thrill of exhilaration and trepidation as the magnitude of their discovery sank in. The universe had spoken, and it was up to them to respond. The weight of responsibility settled upon her, a gentle reminder of the profound impact their actions could have on the future. With Dr. Shen's guidance, they crafted a reply, a message that conveyed their own hopes and dreams, their desire for understanding and friendship. As they prepared to send it, the room was silent, each person acutely aware of the momentous step they were about to take. The message was transmitted, a beam of light that traveled through the vastness of space, carrying with it the essence of humanity, a tapestry of emotions and ideas, woven together by the shared experiences of countless generations. And as they watched it disappear into the night sky, they knew that they had taken the first step toward a new era, a future where the boundaries of existence were no longer defined by the confines of their world. In the heart of the cosmos, they had found not only answers but also a renewed sense of purpose, a reminder of the beauty and wonder that lay in the pursuit of knowledge. And in that moment, they understood that the true essence of being human was not merely in the answers they sought, but in the journey itself. A journey filled with infinite possibilities and the unyielding hope of a brighter tomorrow. The air was thick with anticipation, a palpable energy that seemed to dance through the room like a gentle current, wrapping each person in its embrace. They stood there, eyes fixed on the screen that displayed the trajectory of their message, watching as it ventured into the depths of space, a solitary beacon amidst a sea of stars. Each twinkling light seemed to whisper promises of far-off worlds and untold wonders, inviting them to dream beyond the limits of their imagination. As the message continued its journey, the room began to stir with a sense of quiet celebration. Voices, once hushed and reverent, now rose in a crescendo of excitement and laughter. It was as if the very act of sending their message had unlocked something within them, a feeling of unity and purpose that transcended the barriers of language and culture. They were no longer individuals with separate dreams and ambitions. They were a collective, bound together by the shared hope of reaching beyond the stars. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than the room itself was a marvel of human ingenuity, a testament to the relentless pursuit of knowledge that had brought them to this point. Walls adorned with screens and holographic displays pulsed with life, illuminating the eager faces of the scientists and engineers who had devoted countless hours to this endeavor. Their eyes shone with the light of discovery, each one a reflection of the unwavering determination that had driven them to push the boundaries of what was possible. In the corner, a young scientist named Alara stood apart from the others, her gaze fixed on a small device in her hand. It was a relic from a bygone era, a simple compass that had belonged to her grandfather, a man who had spent his life exploring the uncharted territories of their own planet. To her, it was a reminder of the unbroken thread that connected the past to the present, a symbol of the timeless quest for understanding that had spanned generations. As she held the compass, memories of her grandfather's stories flooded her mind, tales of distant lands and forgotten civilizations, of mysteries hidden beneath the surface of the earth. He had often spoken of his dream to reach the stars, to discover what lay beyond the horizon of their world. And now, in this moment, Alara felt as if she was fulfilling that dream, carrying his legacy forward into the infinite expanse of the universe. The room began to quiet once more as the initial wave of exhilaration subsided, giving way to a deeper sense of reflection. Each person was lost in their thoughts, contemplating the journey that lay ahead and the challenges that awaited them. For while the prospect of exploring the cosmos was undeniably thrilling, it was also fraught with uncertainty and danger. The universe was vast and unpredictable, a place where beauty and peril coexisted in a delicate balance. Alara's thoughts drifted to the planet they had been studying, a world that orbited a distant star in a galaxy far beyond their own. It was a place of breathtaking beauty, with landscapes that ranged from lush, verdant jungles to arid, windswept deserts. Yet beneath its surface lay a mystery that had eluded them for years, a complex network of tunnels and caverns, filled with strange, luminescent crystals that pulsed with an otherworldly light. The crystals were unlike anything they had encountered before, their properties defying the known laws of physics. They seemed to possess a life of their own, responding to stimuli in ways that suggested a form of intelligence or consciousness. It was this enigma that had drawn Alara and her colleagues to the planet, driving them to unlock its secrets and uncover the truth of its origins. But as they delved deeper into their research, they had begun to encounter unexpected obstacles, strange phenomena that defied explanation, anomalies that seemed to defy the very fabric of reality. It was as if the planet itself was resisting their efforts, guarding its secrets with a silent tenacity that was both captivating and disconcerting. And so, as they prepared to embark on the next phase of their journey, they did so with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. For every discovery they made seemed to raise new questions, leading them further down a path that was as perilous as it was enlightening. As the night wore on, the team gradually dispersed, each person retreating to their own thoughts and preparations. Alara lingered a moment longer, her eyes drifting once more to the compass in her hand. She could almost feel her grandfather's presence beside her, his voice a comforting murmur in her mind, urging her to continue the quest they had begun so long ago. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than with a final, lingering glance at the stars, she turned and left the room, the compass tucked safely in her pocket. Her steps were light and purposeful, a reflection of the hope and determination that burned within her. For she knew that the journey they had embarked upon was not simply about reaching the stars, but about understanding their place within the grand tapestry of the universe. In the days that followed, the team worked tirelessly, their efforts fueled by the knowledge that they were on the brink of something extraordinary. They pored over data and analyzed readings, each new piece of information bringing them closer to unraveling the mysteries of the planet they had come to know so intimately. Yet amidst the excitement of discovery, there was an undercurrent of tension, an awareness that the challenges they faced were growing more complex and formidable. Strange signals began to emanate from the planet's core, a rhythmic pulse that seemed to echo through the very fabric of space-time. It was a phenomenon unlike anything they had encountered before, and it left them with more questions than answers. As Alara and her team delved deeper into their research, they became increasingly aware of the delicate balance that existed between exploration and caution. For while the allure of discovery was undeniable, they could not ignore the potential dangers that lay hidden within the planet's depths. And so they proceeded with caution, each step forward measured and deliberate, their minds attuned to the subtle nuances of the world around them. They knew that the path they had chosen was fraught with challenges, but it was a path they were compelled to follow, driven by the unyielding desire to uncover the truth. As they continued their journey, they found solace in the knowledge that they were not alone. Across the cosmos, other seekers of knowledge were embarking on their own quests, each one driven by the same insatiable curiosity that had propelled humanity forward since the dawn of time. Together, they formed a tapestry of exploration and discovery, a network of minds and hearts united by the shared pursuit of understanding. And as they looked to the future, they did so with a sense of hope and wonder, knowing that the journey they had embarked upon was only the beginning of what promised to be an extraordinary adventure. The landscape around them was a symphony of contrasts, where the ancient and the futuristic intertwined in an elaborate dance. Towering structures of glass and steel pierced the heavens, their surfaces reflecting the light of countless stars. Yet, beneath their feet, the earth whispered stories of old, tales of civilizations long lost to the sands of time. Each step they took seemed to reverberate with the echoes of history, as if the ground beneath them was alive with the memories of those who had walked it before. The air was thick with the scent of possibility, tinged with the metallic tang of technology that hovered invisibly, like a specter, in the atmosphere. It was a world where nature and machine coexisted in a delicate balance, a balance that was constantly shifting, evolving, as the forces of creation and destruction danced their eternal waltz. As they moved deeper into the heart of this enigmatic world, the travelers found themselves surrounded by a myriad of sights and sounds that both dazzled and perplexed. Bioluminescent flora glowed with an ethereal light, casting a kaleidoscope of colors across their path. Strangely harmonious, the occasional chirping of digital birds blended with the gentle rustle of leaves, creating a symphony that was both alien and familiar. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than their journey was not without its challenges. The path was often obscured by dense thickets of vegetation that seemed to shift and change with a will of their own. And yet, even as they navigated these obstacles, they were guided by an inner compass, a sense of purpose that burned bright within them like a beacon in the night. It was during one such moment, when the path was particularly treacherous, that they encountered a creature unlike any they had seen before. It emerged from the shadows with a fluid grace, its sleek form shimmering with a metallic sheen. Its eyes, glowing with an intelligence that was both alien and oddly familiar, regarded them with a curiosity that mirrored their own. For a moment, time seemed to stand still as they faced this enigmatic being. There was a silent exchange, a meeting of minds that transcended the barriers of language and form. In that instant, they understood that this creature, like them, was a seeker, a wanderer in search of answers in a world filled with questions. With a nod that was almost imperceptible, the creature turned and vanished back into the shadows, leaving them with a sense of awe and wonder at the mysteries that lay hidden all around them. As they pressed on, the terrain began to change, the lush greenery giving way to vast expanses of shimmering sand that seemed to stretch endlessly towards the horizon. It was a desert of silvery grains, each one a tiny mirror reflecting the vastness of the sky above. The sun blazed high overhead, its heat tempered by a gentle breeze that carried with it the scent of salt and spice. Here, amid the undulating dunes, they encountered remnants of the past, relics of a time when the world had been a very different place. Half buried in the sand were the ruins of ancient cities, their once proud spires now crumbling and worn by the passage of time. These silent sentinels stood as a testament to the resilience of those who had come before, their stories etched into the very fabric of the earth. Yet, even in this desolate beauty, there were signs of new life taking root. Delicate blooms peeked out from beneath the sand, their vibrant colors a stark contrast to the monochrome landscape. It was a reminder that life, in all its forms, was tenacious and ever adapting, capable of thriving even in the most unlikely of places. The travelers moved onward, their journey punctuated by moments of quiet reflection and bursts of animated discussion. They shared stories and dreams, weaving a tapestry of hopes and fears that bound them together in their quest. Each one carried within them a piece of the puzzle, a fragment of the truth they sought to uncover. As the sun began its descent, painting the sky with hues of gold and crimson, they reached the edge of a vast chasm, its depths shrouded in shadow. It was a place that defied explanation, a rift in the earth that seemed to pulse with an energy all its own. Here, they felt the weight of the unknown pressing against them, a tangible presence that both beckoned and warned. Standing on the precipice, they gazed into the abyss, their hearts beating in time with the rhythm of the world around them. It was a moment suspended in time, a crossroads where the past and future converged in a singular point of infinite possibility. In the gathering twilight, as the first stars began to twinkle in the velvety sky, they knew that their journey was far from over. The path ahead was uncertain, fraught with challenges and discoveries yet to be made. But they also knew that they were not alone, that across the vast expanse of creation, others walked the same path, their hearts and minds united by the same unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than. With a renewed sense of purpose, they turned away from the chasm and continued onward, their footsteps a silent promise to the world that they would not rest until they had uncovered its secrets. They were explorers, pioneers of a new age, and their journey had only just begun. As they moved forward, the world around them seemed to hold its breath, as if waiting with bated anticipation for the next chapter of their story to unfold. And though the dangers that lay ahead were daunting, they knew that they had the strength and resilience to face them head-on. Together, they would navigate the unknown, guided by the light of discovery and the indomitable spirit of those who dared to dream. For in the end, it was this spirit that defined them, that set them apart as the architects of their own destiny, weaving a tapestry of hope and wonder that would endure for generations to come. The air shimmered with an electric anticipation as they journeyed onward, each step a note in the symphony of their shared odyssey. The terrain shifted subtly beneath their feet, transforming from the craggy, ancient lands into a landscape adorned with the sleek elegance of the future. A future where the boundaries between the natural and the artificial blurred seamlessly into one another. Here, the trees sang with a symphony of digital whispers, their leaves glinting with an iridescence that caught the light like 1,000 tiny prisms. Above them, the sky was a canvas painted with the hues of an eternal twilight, a dance of colors that defied the mundane constraints of time. The auroras that swirled and twisted like cosmic dancers overhead seemed to draw them forward, a luminous thread guiding them through the labyrinthine tapestry of their journey. The explorers moved as one, their hearts beating in time with the rhythm of the universe that surrounded them. As they delved deeper into the heart of this brave new world, the air grew thick with the scent of possibility. A tantalizing blend of ozone and earth, mingled with the sweet, heady aroma of blooming technoflora. These hybrid plants, their existence a testament to human ingenuity, were a marvel to behold. Each petal was a delicate latticework of organic and synthetic materials, their colors shifting with an ethereal glow as they absorbed and reflected the ambient energy around them. Yet, amid the beauty and wonder, there lay an undercurrent of tension, a reminder that the world they traversed was not without its perils. The landscape was peppered with remnants of the past, a cautionary tale etched in the bones of forgotten cities that had once thrummed with life and vitality. Now, these ruins stood silent and overgrown, their stories woven into the very fabric of the land. The explorers paused to rest at the edge of one such ruin, a crumbling metropolis that had been reclaimed by nature's relentless embrace. Vines twisted and coiled around the skeletal remains of skyscrapers, their green tendrils reaching skyward as if in supplication to the heavens. It was a place of eerie beauty, where the old world and the new coexisted in a delicate balance, a reminder of the fragility of human achievement and the resilience of the earth. As they settled among the ruins, the explorers shared stories and sustenance, their voices a gentle murmur that mingled with the sighing of the wind through the broken windows and empty corridors. They spoke of their hopes and fears, of the dreams that had brought them together and the challenges that lay ahead. Each tale was a thread in the tapestry of their collective journey, woven together with laughter and tears, determination, and camaraderie. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than then, as the stars began to flicker into existence in the deepening twilight, a new sound reached their ears. A low, resonant hum that seemed to emanate from the very ground beneath them. It was a sound that spoke of power and mystery, a haunting melody that beckoned them onward. The explorers exchanged glances, their hearts quickening with a sense of urgency and anticipation. They rose as one, drawn to the source of the sound like moths to a flame. The air crackled with energy as they moved deeper into the ruins, their path illuminated by the soft glow of bioluminescent fungi that carpeted the ground. The hum grew louder, resonating through their bones and filling their minds with visions of the unknown. At the heart of the city, they found its source, a monolithic structure, half buried in the earth and pulsing with an otherworldly light. It was a relic of an ancient civilization, a beacon that had stood watch over the land for countless generations. The explorers approached with reverence, their awe mingled with a sense of discovery and trepidation. As they circled the monument, they realized that it was more than a mere artifact. It was a portal, a gateway to another realm of understanding. Its surface was etched with intricate patterns and symbols, a language that spoke directly to the soul, bypassing the limitations of the spoken word. The explorers felt a profound connection to this ancient technology, as if it were a bridge between the past and the future, a conduit for the infinite possibilities that lay beyond. One by one, they placed their hands upon the structure, feeling its vibrations course through their bodies, a harmony that resonated with the very essence of their being. In that moment, they were no longer individuals, but a single entity, united by the shared dream of exploration and discovery. The portal responded to their touch, its light intensifying until it enveloped them completely. The air crackled with energy, and for a brief, eternal moment, they were suspended in a sea of illumination. A place where time and space ceased to exist, where the boundaries between reality and imagination dissolved into nothingness. When the light receded, they found themselves standing in a new world, a place of breathtaking beauty and boundless potential. Here, the landscape was a kaleidoscope of colors and forms, an ever-shifting panorama that defied comprehension. It was a world where the impossible became possible, where the dreams of the past were woven into the fabric of the present. And yet, as they stood on the threshold of this new reality, they felt the weight of their responsibility. A responsibility to explore, to understand, to protect. For they were the custodians of this world, the guardians of its secrets, and the stewards of its future. With renewed determination, they set forth into the unknown, their hearts alight with the fire of discovery. Together, they would navigate the complexities of this new world, guided by the light of knowledge and the indomitable spirit of those who dared to dream. For in the end, it was this spirit that defined them, that set them apart as the architects of their own destiny, weaving a tapestry of hope and wonder that would endure for generations to come. And though the path ahead was fraught with challenges and dangers, they knew that they had the strength and resilience to face them head-on. Thus, the explorers embarked on the next chapter of their journey, a journey that would take them to the farthest reaches of the universe and beyond, a journey that would test their limits and redefine the boundaries of what it meant to be human. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than. And so, with hearts full of hope and eyes wide with wonder, they stepped boldly into the future, their footsteps echoing through the corridors of time, a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration that had brought them this far. Together, they would chart a course for the stars, forging a path that would lead them to the very heart of the cosmos and beyond. For they were explorers, pioneers of a new age, and their journey had only just begun. The vastness of the cosmos stretched out before them, an endless tapestry of stars and galaxies, each a beacon of mystery and potential. As the explorers traversed the celestial highways, their vessel, a marvel of engineering and ingenuity, glided with the grace of a cosmic dancer, weaving through the intricate patterns of light and shadow that adorned the universe. Within the ship, the hum of advanced technology harmonized with the steady rhythm of human heartbeats, creating a symphony of life and innovation. The air was infused with a sense of purpose, a tangible energy that spurred them onward, daring them to reach further, dream bigger, and discover the secrets that lay hidden among the distant stars. Their journey was not without its challenges, for the universe was a realm of both wonder and peril. Cosmic storms, with their swirling clouds of ionized particles, posed a constant threat, while gravitational anomalies tested the limits of their navigation systems. Yet, with each obstacle they encountered, the explorers grew more adept, their skills honed by the trials they faced, their resolve strengthened by the bonds they shared. Amidst the trials, moments of breathtaking beauty unfolded before them. Nebulae, vast clouds of interstellar gas and dust, blossomed like celestial flowers, their vibrant hues painting the darkness with strokes of pink, blue, and gold. The explorers would pause in awe, their spirits lifted by the realization that they were witnessing the birthplaces of stars, the very crucibles of creation. On board, the crew shared stories and laughter, their camaraderie a guiding light in the vastness of space. They were a mosaic of cultures and backgrounds, each bringing a unique perspective to their shared mission. They celebrated their differences, finding strength in diversity, and weaving their individual narratives into the collective story of their journey. In the quiet hours, when the universe seemed to hold its breath, they would gather in the observation deck, a sanctuary of glass and steel that offered an unobstructed view of the cosmos. Here, under the watchful gaze of countless stars, they shared their dreams, their hopes, and their fears, their voices a quiet murmur against the backdrop of infinity. It was during one such evening, as they floated in the embrace of a distant galaxy, that a new discovery beckoned them, a signal, faint yet persistent, emanating from the depths of space. It was unlike anything they had encountered before, a pattern of sounds and frequencies that resonated with an uncanny familiarity, as if echoing an ancient melody known only to the deepest recesses of the human soul. The signal captivated their imaginations, igniting a spark of curiosity that burned brightly in their hearts. What could it be? Who, or what, lay at the source of this cosmic call? The questions danced among them, a tantalizing mystery that called to the very essence of their being. Driven by an insatiable thirst for knowledge, they set a course toward the origin of the signal, their vessel cutting through the void with renewed purpose. As they drew nearer, the signal grew stronger, its rhythm more defined, resonating with an almost palpable presence that seemed to envelop them in a warm embrace. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than the journey was long, the path fraught with uncertainty, yet they pressed on, their spirits buoyed by the anticipation of what lay ahead. Weeks melded into months, and the tapestry of stars shifted around them, painting new constellations in the ever-changing sky. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they arrived at the source. A planet, uncharted and untouched, suspended in the cosmic sea like a forgotten jewel. Its surface was a kaleidoscope of colors, with oceans of iridescent blues and greens, and continents adorned with lush, verdant forests that teemed with life. The explorers descended to the surface, their hearts pounding with excitement and trepidation. As they stepped onto the alien soil, the air was thick with the scent of unfamiliar flora, and the gentle breeze carried with it the whisper of unknown languages, a symphony of life that thrummed with vitality. They soon discovered the origin of the signal, a structure, ancient and awe-inspiring, nestled within the heart of a dense jungle. It was a monument to a civilization long past, its walls inscribed with intricate patterns that seemed to pulse with an inner light, a language of symbols and runes that spoke of wisdom and knowledge beyond their understanding. As they explored the structure, the air seemed to hum with a resonance that matched the signal, a harmonic convergence that linked them to the very essence of the planet. It was a place of connection, a bridge between worlds, where the boundaries of time and space seemed to blur and fade. In the depths of the structure, they found a chamber, its walls adorned with a mosaic of stars and galaxies, a mirror of the universe itself. At its center stood a device, a relic of ancient technology, its surface etched with runes that glowed softly in the dim light. With careful hands and open hearts, the explorers activated the device, their actions guided by a sense of intuition that transcended logic. As the device came to life, a beam of light shot upward, piercing the roof of the chamber and reaching into the heavens above. It was a beacon, a message sent across the cosmos, a call to those who dared to dream and explore. The explorers watched in awe as the light danced among the stars, its message clear and profound, a testament to the enduring spirit of those who had come before, and a call to those who would follow. In that moment, they understood the significance of their journey, the role they played in the grand tapestry of existence. They were not just explorers of space, but of time and possibility, their actions weaving a legacy that would echo through the ages. As they stood on the threshold of this newfound world, their hearts swelled with a sense of purpose and belonging, their eyes alight with the fire of discovery. They knew that their journey was far from over, that the universe held countless more mysteries and wonders waiting to be unveiled. And so, with a renewed sense of hope and wonder, they prepared to continue their journey, their spirits lifted by the knowledge that they were not alone in the cosmos. For they were explorers, pioneers of a new age, and their adventure had only just begun. With each step they took, they carried with them the dreams of countless generations, the hopes of a future yet to be written, and the promise of a universe filled with endless possibilities. Together, they would forge a path among the stars, a journey of exploration and discovery that would transcend the boundaries of time and space, and illuminate the path for those who dared to follow in their wake. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than the air around them shimmered with latent energy, a palpable hum that seemed to resonate with the very essence of possibility. The landscape before them was a mosaic of colors and textures, unfamiliar yet enticing, like a canvas painted by the hand of the cosmos itself. As they ventured forth, the ground beneath them was a symphony of crunching leaves and soft whispers of the wind, a gentle reminder of the life that thrived in this alien world. Their mission was one of exploration, but also of understanding. The universe was a vast tapestry, woven with threads of both wonder and enigma, and they were determined to unravel its secrets. Each step they took was a testament to the courage and curiosity that propelled them forward, a journey not just through space, but through the very fabric of possibility. The sky above was a deep, velvety indigo, scattered with countless stars that twinkled like diamonds. Among them, unfamiliar constellations beckoned, each one holding stories and secrets untold. A gentle breeze swept across the landscape, carrying with it the scent of earth and something floral, impossibly sweet and intoxicating, a fragrance that spoke of life in all its myriad forms. As they moved deeper into this new world, they encountered signs of an ancient civilization long gone, its remnants whispering tales of a time when beings, perhaps not unlike themselves, had walked these same paths. Stone structures, intricately carved with symbols that defied immediate understanding, stood as silent sentinels, guardians of history and memory. The explorers paused before one such structure, its surface worn smooth by the passage of time. They traced the carvings with reverent fingers, feeling the grooves and indentations that spoke of artistry and intent. Among the symbols, there was a motif they recognized, repeated throughout various cultures in the annals of Earth's own history, a spiral, the eternal dance of life and time, a reminder of the cyclical nature of existence. The atmosphere was thick with anticipation, a quiet tension that hinted at the mysteries yet to be unlocked. Their minds raced with questions, each one leading to another, an endless cascade of curiosity and wonder. What had become of those who built these structures? And what stories did these monuments hold, waiting to be uncovered by those who dared to listen? Yet, even as they pondered these questions, the world around them seemed to pulse with life, a vibrant energy that enveloped them like a warm embrace. It was as if the very planet was alive, conscious in its own way, aware of their presence and welcoming them as guests. The explorers couldn't shake the feeling that they were part of something much larger, threads in an intricate tapestry that spanned the cosmos. As they journeyed onward, they encountered flora and fauna unlike anything they had seen before. Plants with iridescent leaves that shimmered in the light, creatures that moved with an elegance and grace that defied description, their forms a testament to the boundless creativity of life. Each discovery was a revelation, a reminder of the boundless diversity and adaptability of life in the universe. Yet, amidst the awe and wonder, there was an undercurrent of mystery, a sense of something just beyond the edge of perception. Shadows moved at the corners of their vision, whispers that seemed to drift on the wind, tantalizingly close yet always just out of reach. It was as if the world itself was alive with secrets, its unseen inhabitants observing the newcomers with a mixture of curiosity and caution. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than as night fell. The explorers set up camp beneath a canopy of stars, their minds still buzzing with the day's discoveries. The air was cool and crisp, filled with the sound of rustling leaves and the distant call of nocturnal creatures. They gathered around a small fire, its warmth a comforting presence in the vastness of the night, and shared their thoughts and theories, their voices weaving a tapestry of ideas and speculation. The night was a canvas of deep blues and blacks, painted with the glittering lights of distant galaxies. Above, a celestial dance unfolded, meteors streaking across the sky in a dazzling display of ethereal beauty. The explorers watched in awe, their hearts swelling with a sense of connection to the universe and all its myriad wonders. As the fire crackled and the stars wheeled overhead, they spoke of their dreams and aspirations, of the legacy they hoped to leave behind. They were pioneers in a new age, charting a course through the cosmos that would inspire generations to come. Their journey was one of discovery, not just of the universe around them, but of themselves and their place within it. In the quiet moments between words, they listened to the symphony of the night, the gentle rustle of leaves, the distant call of unseen creatures, the whisper of the wind as it danced through the trees. It was a reminder of the beauty and fragility of life, a testament to the interconnectedness of all things. As dawn approached, the sky lightened to a soft, luminous gray, the first hints of sunlight painting the horizon in shades of pink and gold. The explorers roused themselves from their slumber, their spirits renewed by the night's rest and the promise of a new day filled with discovery. With the sun rising behind them, they continued their journey, their path illuminated by the warm, golden light of morning. The world around them was alive with color and sound, a vibrant tapestry that spoke of life and possibility. They moved with purpose, their hearts open to the wonders that awaited them. Yet, as they ventured deeper into the unknown, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, that unseen eyes followed their every move. It was an unsettling sensation, a reminder that the universe was vast and mysterious, filled with both wonder and danger. But they were undeterred, driven by a thirst for knowledge and a desire to uncover the secrets of this new world. Their journey was a testament to the resilience and determination of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the face of the unknown, there was always hope and the promise of discovery. Together, they would forge a path through the cosmos, their legacy a beacon for those who dared to dream and explore. And so, with hearts full of wonder and minds buzzing with anticipation, they pressed onward, their eyes fixed on the horizon and the adventures that awaited them. For they were explorers, pioneers of a new age, and their journey had only just begun. The air around them shimmered with possibilities, each breath a mingling of exhilaration and trepidation. The landscape stretched before them like a tapestry woven from threads of starlight and shadow, a living mosaic that whispered of ancient stories and untold secrets. The ground beneath their feet felt alive, pulsing with an energy that resonated through their bones, a silent reminder of the life that thrived in this alien realm. The explorers moved with a grace born of awe, their footsteps light upon the strange terrain. Around them, the flora shifted in hues unknown to earthly eyes, a dance of color that seemed to respond to their presence, petals unfurling like a welcoming gesture to these curious intruders. The air was thick with the scent of foreign blossoms, a perfume that lingered in their thoughts long after they had passed. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than, and yet, amid the beauty, there was an undercurrent of unease. Shadows played tricks on their minds, weaving illusions that danced at the edges of their vision. It was as if the very landscape was a sentient being, watching, waiting, assessing the intentions of these newcomers. The feeling of being observed grew stronger with each step, a silent companion on their journey through this enigmatic world. In the moments of stillness, when they paused to marvel at the crystalline rivers or the iridescent skies, they could almost hear a heartbeat beneath the surface, a rhythmic pulse that synchronized with their own, a reminder that they were part of something much greater than themselves. It was both comforting and disconcerting, a mystery they longed to unravel yet feared to fully understand. Their path led them through valleys shrouded in mist, where the air was cool and the ground soft beneath their feet. The fog swirled around them like a living entity, caressing their skin with ghostly fingers, veiling the world in a dreamlike haze. It was in these moments that their minds wandered, drawn to thoughts of home, of loved ones left behind, and the world they had departed in search of something more. But the call of discovery was strong, a siren song that pulled them ever onward. They were explorers, after all, and the unknown was their canvas, a vast expanse upon which they could paint their stories, their triumphs, and their failures. It was a journey of both the body and the soul, a quest for understanding that transcended the limitations of their human form. As they ventured deeper into this alien wilderness, they encountered wonders that defied comprehension. Towering spires of crystal rose from the earth like the fingers of ancient gods, their surfaces catching the light and refracting it into rainbows that danced across the sky. Each structure sang with a resonance that vibrated in their chests, a symphony composed eons ago and played out in the silence of the cosmos. But it was not only beauty that awaited them. They soon discovered that this world held dangers as well, challenges that tested their resolve and their ingenuity. Creatures of shadow and light moved through the undergrowth, eyes gleaming with intelligence and curiosity. Some approached with cautious interest, while others regarded the newcomers with suspicion, their forms shifting and changing with each passing moment. The explorers learned to adapt, to move with the rhythm of this world, to respect its boundaries and its inhabitants. They communicated in whispers and gestures, forming bonds with the life around them, a silent agreement to coexist in harmony. It was a delicate balance, a dance of mutual understanding that required patience and empathy. But even as they forged connections and built alliances, the sensation of being watched persisted. It was as if the very stars had come alive, their gaze fixed upon this small group of pioneers. It was a feeling that both unnerved and inspired them, a constant reminder that they existed within a universe filled with infinite possibilities, both wondrous and terrifying. Their journey took them to the edge of a vast chasm, a rift in the earth that seemed to descend into the very heart of the planet. Here, the air was charged with energy, a tingling sensation that prickled their skin and set their hearts racing. It was a place of power, of ancient forces that defied explanation, and they approached with a mixture of reverence and caution. As they peered into the depths, they saw glimpses of a world unseen, a realm of shadows and light that danced just beyond their reach. It was a vision that filled them with awe, a reminder of the mysteries that lay hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to venture into the unknown. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds, greater than. And in that moment, as they stood on the precipice of discovery, they felt a collective sense of purpose, a realization that their journey was not just a search for knowledge, but a quest for understanding, a journey to find their place in the universe and to leave a legacy that would inspire generations to come. With renewed determination, they stepped back from the edge, their minds alight with possibilities. They were explorers, pioneers of a new age, and their journey had only just begun. The path ahead was uncertain, filled with both wonder and danger, but they were undeterred, driven by a thirst for discovery and a desire to uncover the secrets of this new world. And so, with hearts full of wonder and minds buzzing with anticipation, they pressed onward, their eyes fixed on the horizon and the adventures that awaited them. For they were part of a grand tapestry, a story that was still being woven, and they were determined to see it through to the end. The universe was vast and mysterious, but they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, united in their quest for knowledge and understanding, and hopeful for the future they would help to shape. In the soft glow of an evening sky that shimmered with hues unknown to any earthly dusk, the travelers embarked on their odyssey. The air was thick with the scent of foreign flora, a symphony of fragrances that danced upon the breeze, whispering secrets of lands yet to be traversed. Each step they took resonated with the deliberate cadence of those who walk with purpose, their footprints a testament to their resolve etched into the soil of this new world. The landscape before them unfolded like a painted canvas, vast and uncharted, an endless expanse of rolling hills that kissed the horizon with the promise of undiscovered realms. There were whispers of ancient civilizations buried beneath the verdant carpets, their stories woven into the very fabric of the earth, waiting to be unearthed by those with eyes keen enough to see and hearts bold enough to inquire. As they moved, the ground beneath their feet seemed to pulse with a life of its own, the heartbeat of a planet that thrummed in harmony with their own. It was a world where technology met nature in a delicate balance, where sprawling cities of glass and steel rose like monoliths amidst untouched wilderness, their spires reaching toward the heavens as if in communion with the stars. Here, the hum of advanced machinery was softened by the rustle of leaves, the chirping of unseen creatures a reminder that life, in all its forms, thrived in this harmonious coexistence. Their journey led them to a shimmering river that wound its way through the landscape like a silver ribbon, its waters sparkling with an ethereal luminescence under the light of twin moons that hung like sentinels in the sky. The river sang a song of ages, its melody a gentle caress that soothed their weary minds and guided them forward. They paused at its banks, the cool mist rising to greet them, enveloping them in a delicate embrace that spoke of mysteries yet to be unveiled. It was here, by the river's edge, that they encountered the first signs of intelligent life. Intricate structures rose from the ground like the bones of forgotten beasts, their architecture a testament to a civilization both ancient and advanced. These edifices, overgrown with vines and flowers, bore inscriptions that glowed softly in the twilight, their luminescence pulsating like a heartbeat, echoing the rhythm of the planet itself. The travelers approached with reverence, their fingers tracing the patterns etched into the stone, feeling the warmth that emanated from within. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than the writings were a language of light, each symbol a fragment of history that spoke of a time when beings walked these lands, their wisdom woven into the very stones. As the travelers deciphered the glowing script, they discovered tales of harmony and conflict, of progress and decline, mirrored reflections of their own world's history. The past and present converged in this sacred space, a reminder of the cyclical nature of time and the interconnectedness of all things. As night descended, the sky transformed into a canvas of endless wonder, stars strewn across the velvety darkness like a scattering of diamonds. They gathered around a small fire, its flames casting a warm glow that flickered on their faces, and shared stories of their own world, tales of triumph and tragedy, of dreams realized and lost. The fire crackled softly, its embers dancing in the night, a beacon of warmth and light in the vastness of the unknown. Their discussions turned to the challenges that lay ahead, the obstacles they would face in their quest for understanding. The universe, while filled with beauty and wonder, was not without its perils. There were tales of cosmic storms that raged with the fury of 1,000 tempests, of creatures that roamed the night, their eyes aglow with the fire of ancient stars, and of forces that sought to unravel the very fabric of reality itself. Yet, amidst the uncertainty, there was a sense of hope that permeated the air, a belief in the resilience of the human spirit and the power of unity. They were not alone in their journey. They carried with them the hopes and dreams of countless others who had dared to imagine a future beyond the confines of their own world. Together, they would forge a path through the unknown, guided by their unwavering resolve and the light of the stars. As dawn broke, painting the sky with hues of gold and amber, they set forth once more, their hearts filled with a renewed sense of purpose. The path led them through fields of luminescent flowers that glowed softly in the morning light, their petals whispering secrets of the earth as they brushed against their legs. The air was alive with the hum of unseen life, a testament to the vibrancy of this new world. Their journey took them to the edge of a vast forest, its trees towering like ancient sentinels, their branches intertwined in a tapestry of emerald and silver. The forest was a living cathedral, its canopy a vaulted ceiling through which shafts of sunlight pierced, illuminating the path with a celestial glow. As they ventured deeper, the air grew cool and fragrant, the scent of pine mingling with that of damp earth and wildflowers. Here, amidst the towering trees and dappled light, they encountered beings unlike any they had ever seen. The forest was home to creatures of exquisite beauty and grace, their forms ethereal and ever-shifting, like shadows cast by moonlight on water. These beings moved with a fluidity that defied nature, their presence a testament to the wonders that lay hidden in the folds of the universe. The travelers watched in awe as the creatures danced through the air, their movements a symphony of light and color that spoke of joy and sorrow, of love and loss. It was a dance that transcended time, a celebration of life in all its forms, a reminder of the beauty that lay in diversity and the strength found in unity. As the day waned and the shadows lengthened, the travelers found themselves at the heart of the forest, a place where time seemed to stand still, and the boundaries between past and present blurred. Here, in this sacred space, they paused to reflect, their thoughts turning to the path that lay ahead and the challenges they would face. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than the road was long and fraught with uncertainty, but they were undeterred, for they knew that their journey was but a part of a greater whole, a thread in the grand tapestry of life. They were explorers, pioneers of a new age, and their quest for knowledge and understanding would guide them through the darkest of nights and the brightest of days. With hearts full of hope and minds alight with possibilities, they pressed onward, their eyes fixed on the horizon and the adventures that awaited them. For they were a part of something greater, a story that was still being written, and they were determined to see it through to the end. The universe was vast and mysterious, but they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, united in their quest for discovery and hopeful for the future they would help to shape. As they continued their journey, the landscape shifted around them like a living tapestry, each thread a different hue, each color a different story. The air shimmered with the promise of the unknown, and the ground beneath their feet seemed to hum with a life of its own. They were traversing a realm where technology and nature danced together in a delicate balance, where skyscrapers of glass and steel rose alongside ancient trees that whispered secrets of the past. In this world, the sun rose and set in hues unseen by the human eye before, casting shadows that wove themselves into the fabric of the land. The explorers moved through cities where the buildings breathed, their walls pulsating with energy drawn from the very air. Streets were alive with the hum of electric whispers, conversations between machines that guided the flow of life with an almost sentient grace. Among these marvels, the travelers were not alone. They were joined by creatures born of both metal and flesh, companions on their journey who blurred the lines between the artificial and the organic. These beings, with eyes that glowed softly like lanterns in the night, understood the world in ways that humans could only begin to fathom. They were guides and guardians, their presence a reminder of the unity possible when different forms of life embraced one another. Yet, amid the wonders, shadows lingered at the edges of their vision, a constant reminder of the challenges that loomed on the horizon. The world they traversed was not without its perils. There were forces at work, unseen and often unfathomable, that threatened to unravel the delicate harmony they sought to preserve. Rumors spoke of a great storm brewing, a tempest born not of nature but of the very technology that had lifted humanity to such heights. It was said that deep within the core of the earth, machines had begun to stir, their code corrupted by an unknown force, their intentions murky and their power immense. These whispers carried the weight of fear, a reminder that even the most wondrous of creations could turn against their makers. The explorers pressed on, their resolve unshaken but their minds ever watchful. They knew that the path to understanding was fraught with danger, that the quest for knowledge often came at a great cost. Yet, they also knew that it was a journey worth undertaking, for the future they dreamed of was one where all forms of life could coexist in harmony. As they ventured deeper into the heart of this brave new world, they encountered societies that had embraced the fusion of the organic and the synthetic, communities where humans and machines lived side by side, their lives intertwined in ways unimaginable in ages past. In these places, they found hope and inspiration, but also cautionary tales of what could go awry when balance was lost. In one such city, nestled in a valley where the mountains rose like sentinels guarding ancient secrets, they met an elder whose wisdom was as ageless as the stars. Her eyes, a deep shade of cerulean, seemed to hold the universe within them, and her voice was a melody of time itself. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than. The world you see, she spoke, her words a gentle caress on the winds, is a reflection of the choices we make. Each step forward is a step into the unknown, a journey to places where dreams and nightmares are woven together. But it is in these moments of uncertainty that we find our true selves, that we become the architects of our own destiny. Her words lingered in their minds as they continued their journey, a reminder that the future was not a fixed point on the horizon, but a path that unfolded with every decision they made. They walked through fields where crops grew not from soil, but from a lattice of light and energy, nourished by the ingenuity of human thought. They crossed rivers that flowed with liquid crystal, their waters singing songs of transformation and change. And as they traveled, they learned. They learned of the power of unity and the strength found in diversity, of the importance of protecting the fragile balance that existed between the world of machines and the world of nature. They discovered that it was not enough to create for the sake of creation, but to create with purpose and with care, to ensure that every step forward was taken with the future in mind. With each passing day, their journey became not just a quest for discovery, but a journey of understanding, a path that led them ever closer to the heart of what it meant to be alive in a world that was constantly evolving. They were not just travelers in this new age, but stewards of its promise, tasked with the responsibility of shaping a future that was brighter and more inclusive than the past. As they walked the ever-unfolding path, they were accompanied by the whispers of the wind, the songs of the stars, and the gentle hum of the universe itself. Their footsteps echoed in the corridors of time, a reminder that they were part of something greater, a story that was still being written, a future that was theirs to create. And so, with hearts full of hope and minds alight with possibilities, they pressed onward, their eyes fixed on the horizon, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. For they were explorers, pioneers of a new age, and their quest for knowledge and understanding would guide them through the darkest of nights and the brightest of days. In this world of endless potential, they found not only themselves but also a vision of what could be, a future where technology and nature coexisted in harmony, where the lessons of the past informed the promise of tomorrow. It was a future worth fighting for, a future that they were determined to see through to the end. And as they journeyed on, the universe watched, waiting to see what they would discover next. The path ahead was a tapestry woven with threads of light and shadow, a delicate balance of hope and uncertainty. Each step they took seemed to ripple through the fabric of reality, gentle waves of change that whispered of destinies not yet fulfilled. The air around them shimmered with possibility, as if the universe itself were holding its breath, eager to reveal the wonders that lay just beyond the horizon. The landscape they traversed was a spectacle of contrasts. On one side, lush forests unfurled like emerald seas, their canopies a riot of colors and textures that spoke of ancient wisdom and resilience. The trees, with their roots tangled deep in the earth, seemed to pulse with a life force that was at once familiar and alien, a symphony of growth and decay that echoed the rhythms of the cosmos. On the other side, gleaming towers of glass and steel rose like sentinels of the future, their surfaces reflecting the sky in a kaleidoscope of blues and silvers. These structures, feats of engineering and innovation, were more than mere buildings. They were living entities, responsive to the needs of those who dwelled within them. Energy flowed through their veins, a silent promise of sustainability and progress. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than. As they moved through this world of duality, the explorers were acutely aware of the delicate balance they walked. The harmony between the natural and the artificial was a precious thing, a testament to the cooperation and understanding that had been painstakingly cultivated over generations. It was a fragile equilibrium, one that could be easily disrupted by complacency or greed. Yet, amidst the beauty and balance, there were signs of strain. Subtle cracks appeared in the veneer of progress, whispers of discontent that rustled like leaves in the wind. The explorers felt it in the air, a tension that hummed just beneath the surface, a reminder that the path to a brighter future was fraught with challenges. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of gold and crimson, they gathered around a small campfire. The flames flickered and danced, casting shadows that seemed to come alive, weaving stories of their own. It was a time for reflection, a chance to share their hopes and fears as they looked to the days ahead. "We stand on the edge of something magnificent," one of them mused, their voice a soft melody that blended with the crackling of the fire. "Yet, I can't shake the feeling that we are teetering on a precipice. The balance we've fought so hard to achieve is fragile, vulnerable to the very progress we celebrate." Another nodded, their eyes lost in the dance of the flames. "It's true. With every leap forward, we risk leaving something important behind. Our advancements are wondrous, but they must not come at the cost of the soul of our world." The firelight flickered over their faces, illuminating the resolve that burned within their hearts. They knew that the challenges they faced were not insurmountable, but they required vigilance and wisdom. It was their responsibility to ensure that the future they envisioned was one where all life could thrive, where the lessons of the past were heeded and respected. As the night deepened, the stars emerged, twinkling like diamonds scattered across velvet. The explorers gazed upward, their minds awash with the knowledge that they were part of a vast, interconnected tapestry. The universe was a mystery that beckoned to them, an endless expanse of wonders waiting to be unveiled. The journey continued, each day revealing new facets of the world they sought to understand. They encountered communities that had harnessed the power of technology to restore what had been lost, revitalizing ecosystems and reviving species once thought extinct. In these places, they saw the potential for a future where humans lived in harmony with nature, where innovation served as a bridge rather than a barrier. Yet, not all they found was hopeful. There were pockets of resistance, places where fear and mistrust of change had taken root. In these shadowed corners, the explorers saw firsthand the consequences of stagnation, the dangers of turning inward and away from the possibilities that the world offered. It was here that the true test of their resolve lay, for it was easy to champion progress in places where it flourished, but far more challenging to inspire it where it was most needed. In one such place, they met an elder, a guardian of traditions long held. The elder's eyes were sharp and clear, filled with the weight of years and the wisdom they imparted. "You seek to change the world," the elder said, their voice like the rustle of leaves in a breeze. "But change is a river, and it does not always flow as we wish. It carves its own path, and we must learn to navigate its currents without losing ourselves." The explorers listened intently, understanding the truth in the elder's words. They knew that their journey was not just about discovery, but about learning to listen and adapt, to embrace both the known and the unknown with equal measure of courage and humility. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds, greater than. As they continued, the explorers found themselves drawn to the places where the boundaries between the natural and the artificial blurred, where new life arose from the fusion of the two. In these sanctuaries, they witnessed miracles of rebirth, where technology was used to heal and restore, to create rather than consume. It was in these moments of awe that they found the strength to press on, to face the uncertainties that lay before them. For every shadow they encountered, there was a corresponding light, a beacon that guided them through the darkness. Each new discovery was a testament to the resilience and creativity of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the face of the greatest challenges, there was always hope. The path was long, and their journey far from over, but the explorers knew that they were not alone. With each step, they carried with them the dreams and aspirations of countless others, a legacy of curiosity and wonder that spanned generations. Together, they forged a new narrative, one that honored the past while daring to imagine a future without limits. And so, beneath the watchful gaze of the stars, they continued their quest, driven by the belief that a world of endless potential was not just a dream, but a reality waiting to be realized. The universe, in all its vastness, awaited their discoveries, and they were ready to meet its challenges with open hearts and minds, eager to write the next chapter in the ever-unfolding story of life. As they ventured deeper into the cosmos, the explorers felt the subtle hum of their vessel, like a lullaby whispered by the universe itself. The ship, a marvel of human ingenuity, glided gracefully through the starlit tapestry, its sleek form a testament to centuries of scientific triumph. Each of them was acutely aware of the magnitude of their journey, not just in distance, but in the promise of what lay ahead. The stars, those ancient sentinels, shone with a brilliance that belied their age. They painted the void with hues of silver and gold, casting ethereal light upon the travelers' faces. It was as if the cosmos itself was alive, a breathing entity that watched and waited, holding secrets of creation within its endless expanse. The explorers felt a kinship with these celestial bodies, their light a guiding presence that had been a constant companion through the epochs of human existence. Inside the ship, a gentle symphony of beeps and hums created a soothing rhythm, a reminder of the technology that cocooned them from the nothingness outside. The air was tinged with a faint scent of ozone, a byproduct of the ship's life support systems, mingling with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, a small comfort that grounded them in the familiar, even as they ventured into the unknown. Amidst this serene backdrop, the explorers were engaged in their varied tasks, each contributing to the tapestry of their collective mission. Dr. Lin, the chief botanist, was engrossed in her makeshift greenhouse, where vibrant plants thrived in defiance of the cold vacuum outside. She caressed the leaves with reverence, speaking to them in hushed tones as if they were old friends. These plants, genetically engineered to withstand the harshest conditions, were symbols of hope, promising sustenance and life on planets yet to be discovered. In another corner of the ship, Malik, the astrogator, pored over star charts that danced with holographic light. His fingers traced invisible paths across the stars, plotting courses that would take them to the edges of known space and beyond. Malik's eyes, sharp and bright, reflected the constellations he loved so dearly, each point of light a destination he yearned to explore. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than meanwhile, the ship's captain, Alara, stood at the helm, a steady presence amidst the ever-shifting universe. Her gaze was fixed on the view ahead, her mind a whirl of calculations and strategies. She bore the weight of leadership with grace, her heart beating in time with the pulse of the ship. Under her command, the crew felt a deep sense of purpose, their individual strengths coalescing into a singular force of exploration and discovery. As the hours melded into days, the explorers encountered phenomena that defied imagination. Nebulae, vast and swirling, painted the sky with colors that seemed to pulse with an internal life. They marveled at the birth of stars, witnessing cosmic events that unfolded over millennia, yet appeared to them in the span of a heartbeat. These sights, both grand and humbling, served as reminders of their place in the universe, a single thread in the vast tapestry of creation. But with every discovery came the shadow of uncertainty. The universe, in its boundless magnificence, held dangers as well as wonders. As they traversed regions of space uncharted by human eyes, the explorers encountered anomalies that challenged their understanding of physics and reality itself. Strange gravitational fields that bent light in impossible ways, voids where time seemed to stretch and contract, and pulsars that tick rhythms, as if sending messages from the edge of existence. On one such occasion, as they navigated a dense cluster of stars, the ship's sensors picked up a series of signals, rhythmic and deliberate. They were unlike anything the crew had encountered before, a pattern that suggested intelligence, a deliberate attempt at communication. The air within the command deck was taut with anticipation, the implications of such a discovery sparking a fire of excitement and trepidation. Alara, ever the calm in the storm, initiated protocols for contact, her voice steady as she directed her crew. The ship's communication systems, a fusion of cutting-edge technology and ancient mathematics, began to decode the signals. The crew watched, breathless, as the patterns unfolded on the screens before them, revealing a sequence of symbols and sounds, a language that spoke of a civilization beyond their own. As the transmission unraveled, it became clear that it was more than a simple greeting. It was an invitation, an echo from across the stars, inviting them to venture further, to seek out the source of this cosmic voice. The crew was torn between excitement and caution, aware of the risks that accompanied such an encounter, yet unable to resist the call of discovery. With unanimous resolve, they set a course towards the origin of the signal, their hearts alight with curiosity and a touch of fear. The journey that followed was fraught with challenges, the path ahead obscured by cosmic phenomena that tested their skills and their resolve. Yet, with each obstacle, they grew stronger, their bond as a crew deepening with every trial they overcame. As they neared their destination, the sense of anticipation was palpable, an electric charge that crackled in the air. The source of the signal emerged from the darkness, a planet suspended in the void, its surface a mosaic of colors and textures that hinted at a rich and complex ecosystem. It was unlike any world they had seen before, a living canvas painted by the hand of the universe. The explorers prepared to make their descent, their minds racing with possibility. What awaited them on this alien shore? Would they find a civilization advanced and benevolent, or one that harbored secrets and dangers unknown? The questions burned brightly in their minds, yet even amidst the uncertainty, there was a shared understanding. They were not just explorers of space, but of the very nature of existence itself. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than. As the ship descended through the planet's atmosphere, the explorers could feel the change in gravity, the gentle pull of this new world embracing them. The landscape unfolded beneath them, a breathtaking panorama of lush forests, shimmering bodies of water, and towering mountains that touched the sky. It was a place of beauty and mystery, a testament to the resilience of life in all its forms. With hearts full of wonder, they touched down on the surface, the ship settling with a soft thud, like a whisper against the earth. The explorers stepped out, their feet making contact with the ground, the sensation both foreign and familiar. Here, they stood at the precipice of a new chapter, ready to uncover the secrets of this world and to add their own stories to the cosmic narrative that stretched across the stars. And so, beneath a sky unknown, they began their exploration anew, guided by the light of their dreams and the promise of discovery that awaited them in the vastness of the universe. The journey was far from over, but with each step, they carried with them the unyielding spirit of humanity, a force as boundless as the cosmos itself. The air was different here, carrying a scent that tickled the senses with its blend of earth and ether. It was as if the planet breathed in tandem with its new visitors, a soft, rhythmic exhalation that whispered secrets of ages past and futures yet to come. Each breath they took was a communion with the land, a shared moment of existence in a universe so vast that it often defied comprehension. The explorers moved forward, their steps deliberate and full of purpose, yet tempered by a reverent caution. The ground beneath them was firm yet yielding, as if the earth itself embraced their presence. They followed a trail not yet marked on any map, guided by instinct and the subtle nudges of intuition that seemed to pulse in harmony with the land's own heartbeat. Around them, the vibrant tapestry of life unfolded in all its splendor. Trees with leaves of iridescent hues stood sentinel, their branches swaying gently in a breeze that seemed to carry the laughter of unseen spirits. As they walked, the explorers could hear the symphony of the forest, a chorus of melodies played by creatures hidden from view, their songs a testament to the thriving ecosystem that surrounded them. Amongst the trees, flowers bloomed with colors so vivid they seemed to defy the spectrum, each petal a point of light in the shadowed undergrowth. And there, beneath the canopy, the explorers discovered a path lined with stones that glowed faintly, as if lit from within by an ancient magic that defied explanation. As they ventured deeper into the heart of this world, they encountered wonders that sparked their imagination and tested their resolve. They came upon a lake, its surface as smooth as glass, reflecting the sky in perfect clarity. The water shimmered with an otherworldly luminescence, inviting yet mysterious, as though it held within its depths the very essence of the universe. Beside the lake stood what appeared to be ruins, remnants of a civilization long past. The structures, though weathered by time and nature, still bore the intricate carvings of a once great society. Symbols and glyphs adorned the stones, speaking in a language that danced just beyond the edge of understanding. It was a reminder that they were not the first to walk this path, that others had come before them, leaving whispers of their stories etched in stone. One among the explorers, a linguist by trade, knelt before the ruins, her fingers tracing the ancient script with a reverence born of curiosity and respect. As she worked to unravel the mysteries inscribed upon the stone, the others set about exploring the area, their eyes keen and their minds open to the possibilities that lay before them. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds, greater than nearby. A biologist marveled at the flora and fauna, cataloging each new discovery with meticulous care. She watched as creatures, both familiar and strange, moved through the underbrush, their movements a dance of life that played out in a rhythm as old as the stars. Each new species was a revelation, a testament to the adaptability and tenacity of life, even in the most unexpected of places. As the explorers continued their journey, they encountered challenges that tested their ingenuity and resolve. The terrain, while breathtaking, was not without its perils. Sudden storms would sweep across the landscape, their fury a reminder of nature's untamed power. Yet, with each trial, they grew stronger, their bond with the land deepening as they learned to navigate its moods and nuances. There were moments of doubt, too, when the path seemed uncertain and the weight of their undertaking pressed heavily upon their shoulders. In those times, they would gather beneath the starlit sky, drawing strength from one another and from the knowledge that they were part of something greater than themselves. They would share stories of their home, of the world they had left behind, and of the dreams that had brought them to this distant shore. One evening, as they sat around a fire that crackled and spat with a warmth that chased away the chill of the night, they spoke of the future they hoped to build. Their words wove a tapestry of hope and determination, a vision of a world where the lessons of the past would guide them toward a brighter tomorrow. Yet, even as they dreamed, shadows lurked at the edges of their consciousness, a reminder that not all challenges could be met with open hearts and hopeful spirits. There were forces at work in the universe, both seen and unseen, that threatened the fragile balance they sought to maintain. Among them was a historian, a seeker of truths buried beneath the sands of time. He spoke of cycles, of civilizations that had risen and fallen, each leaving behind echoes of their triumphs and tragedies. His words were a sober reminder of the delicate dance between creation and destruction, of the need to learn from the past to forge a sustainable future. And so, as the fire burned low and the night deepened around them, the explorers contemplated the path ahead. They knew that their journey was fraught with uncertainty, that the challenges they faced were as daunting as they were exhilarating. But they also knew that within them burned a flame that could not be extinguished, a determination to chart a course through the unknown and to leave behind a legacy that would endure. With the dawn came renewed purpose, the promise of discovery casting its light upon the landscape. The explorers rose with the sun, their spirits lifted by the beauty of the world around them and the knowledge that they were part of a story that transcended the confines of time and space. As they continued their exploration, they carried with them the lessons of the past and the hopes of the future, their journey a testament to the unyielding spirit of humanity. And in the quiet moments, when the universe seemed to pause and listen, they could almost hear the whispers of those who had come before them, urging them onward and reminding them that, in the vastness of the cosmos, they were never truly alone. The morning air was crisp and alive with possibilities, a gentle breeze carrying the scents of distant flora and the faint, metallic tang of the technology that surrounded them. It was a world where nature and innovation danced in an intricate ballet, each step a blend of the organic and the artificial, a reflection of the era in which they lived, a future filled with both wonder and peril. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than as the explorers set out, their path meandering through landscapes both familiar and alien, they found themselves immersed in a symphony of sounds. The soft rustle of leaves underfoot blended with the distant hum of automated drones, their mechanical wings slicing through the air with precision and grace. Above them, the sky was a canvas painted with the hues of dawn, streaks of orange and pink mingling with the deep blues of the receding night. Their journey took them through a valley that seemed to pulse with life, a hidden oasis where ancient trees towered above, their branches heavy with the weight of time. The explorers marveled at the delicate balance maintained by the ecosystem, a reminder of the resilience and adaptability of nature even in the face of human intervention. Here, bioluminescent flowers glowed softly in the dim light, their petals opening as if to greet the newcomers with a gentle smile. But beneath the beauty lay an undercurrent of tension, the knowledge that not all was as serene as it seemed. The explorers were aware of the challenges that loomed on the horizon, technological advancements that, while awe-inspiring, carried with them potential dangers. The world they inhabited was one where the boundaries between the natural and the synthetic were blurred, where the promise of progress was tempered by the specter of unintended consequences. As they delved deeper into the valley, they encountered remnants of a time not so long past, relics of a bygone era when humanity had first begun to stretch its reach beyond the confines of Earth. Rusted satellites lay half buried in the soil, their once gleaming surfaces now dulled by years of exposure to the elements. Yet even in decay, there was beauty, a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration, a reminder of the dreams and aspirations that had driven humanity to the stars. The explorers paused to rest by a crystal-clear stream, the water cool against their skin as they drank deeply, replenishing their strength for the journey ahead. Here, in this moment of tranquility, they found solace in each other's company, their shared purpose binding them together in a tapestry of camaraderie and hope. They spoke of the challenges they had faced, of the triumphs and the setbacks, their voices mingling with the babble of the stream and the whisper of the wind through the trees. One of them, a young woman with eyes that seemed to hold the wisdom of the ages, recounted a tale from her past, a story passed down through generations, a reminder of the resilience and fortitude that had carried her ancestors through times of great peril. Her words painted vivid pictures, each phrase a brushstroke on the canvas of their imaginations, and as she spoke, the others listened with rapt attention, their hearts swelling with pride and determination. Yet as the sun climbed higher in the sky, casting its golden light upon the world, the explorers knew that their journey was far from over. They rose as one, their resolve unwavering, their spirits buoyed by the knowledge that they were part of something greater than themselves. With each step, they carried forward the hopes and dreams of those who had come before, their path illuminated by the light of discovery and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. As the day wore on, they encountered a series of challenges that tested their ingenuity and resourcefulness. A treacherous ravine barred their path, its depths shrouded in shadow and mystery. The explorers worked together, their minds and bodies in perfect harmony, devising a way to cross using a combination of natural materials and advanced technology. It was a testament to the power of collaboration, a reminder that even the most daunting obstacles could be overcome when minds and hearts were united in purpose. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than, but amid the exhilaration of their achievements, there lingered a sense of unease, a whisper of something unseen and unknown lurking at the edges of their consciousness. It was a reminder of the delicate balance they walked, a tightrope stretched between the awe-inspiring wonders of the future and the shadowy threats that lay hidden in the darkness. As dusk approached, painting the sky with hues of violet and gold, the explorers made camp for the night, their bodies weary but their spirits unbroken. They gathered around a small fire, its flickering flames casting dancing shadows on their faces, and spoke in hushed tones of the mysteries that lay ahead. There was a sense of anticipation in the air, a feeling that they were on the cusp of a discovery that could change the course of their journey, and perhaps the course of history itself. In the quiet moments before sleep claimed them, they gazed up at the stars, their minds filled with wonder at the vastness of the universe and the myriad possibilities it held. They were but a small part of a grand tapestry, a single thread woven into the fabric of existence, yet their journey held the potential to leave an indelible mark on the world. As they drifted into slumber, their dreams were filled with visions of what might be, a future where humanity and nature coexisted in harmony, where the challenges they faced were met with courage and compassion. The night passed in a gentle embrace, the world around them cloaked in darkness and silence. But with the dawn came a new day, bringing with it the promise of adventure and the thrill of the unknown. The explorers awoke refreshed and renewed, their hearts filled with a sense of purpose and determination. As they set out once more, their path led them to a place of great beauty and mystery, a hidden grove where time seemed to stand still, the air filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers and the soft rustle of leaves. Here, in this secret sanctuary, they felt a sense of peace and connection, a reminder that even in a world filled with challenges and uncertainty, there was still beauty to be found, still hope to be cherished. But as they lingered in this place of tranquility, they could not shake the feeling that they were being watched, that something or someone was observing their every move. It was a sensation both unsettling and thrilling, a reminder that their journey was far from over and that the mysteries of the world were waiting to be unveiled. With renewed resolve, they pressed onward, their hearts and minds open to the possibilities that lay ahead. They were explorers in every sense of the word, driven by a desire to uncover the secrets of the world and to leave behind a legacy that would inspire future generations. And as they journeyed into the unknown, they carried with them the hope of a brighter tomorrow, a future where the wonders of technology and the beauty of nature existed in perfect harmony, a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity and the limitless potential of the human soul. The path ahead unfurled like a silken ribbon woven through a tapestry of vibrant greens and shimmering blues. The air was thick with the scent of jasmine and damp earth, a reminder of the symbiotic relationship between life and technology that defined this future world. As they walked, the gentle hum of the environment surrounded them, a harmonious blend of natural sounds and the subtle undertones of automated systems working tirelessly in the background. Their destination was a place spoken of in whispers and dreams, a sanctuary where the past and future merged seamlessly. It was said to be a hub of innovation and serenity, a cradle of ideas where the brightest minds and the most curious souls gathered to push the boundaries of what was possible. This was where they hoped to find answers, to understand the forces that watched over them from the shadows. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than the sky above was a kaleidoscope of shifting hues, the technological marvels of the atmosphere interplaying with the natural dance of the cosmos. Tiny drones, no larger than dragonflies, flitted about, gathering data and ensuring the delicate balance of this ecosystem. They were like guardian spirits, nearly invisible yet ever present, a testament to the advancements that defined this era. As they ventured deeper into this idyllic realm, the feeling of being watched intensified. It was not a malevolent presence, but rather a curious one, as if the very fabric of the world was aware of their journey and eager to see it unfold. The sensation was both comforting and exhilarating, an unspoken acknowledgement of their place within this intricate web of existence. Their path took them through fields of luminescent flora that responded to their touch with gentle pulses of light. These bioluminescent wonders were not merely beautiful, they were living sensors, part of a sophisticated network that monitored the health of the land. It was a delicate dance of technology and nature, a reminder that progress need not come at the expense of the environment. Ahead, the landscape began to change, the gentle rise and fall of hills giving way to a vast expanse of shimmering water. The lake stretched out before them, its surface a mirror reflecting the sky's ever-changing palette. At its center stood an island, a solitary figure in this aquatic tableau. This was their destination. The Island of Echoes, a place where the past whispered secrets to the future. The journey across the lake was as tranquil as the landscape itself, the boat gliding silently over the water's glassy surface. The only sound was the gentle lapping of waves against the hull, a soothing rhythm that lulled them into a state of peaceful contemplation. As they drew closer to the island, the feeling of anticipation grew, a palpable energy that tingled in the air. The island was a marvel of engineering and nature, a testament to the ingenuity and foresight of those who had come before. Towering trees, their leaves shimmering with a metallic sheen, stood sentinel around the perimeter, their roots intertwined with cables and conduits that snaked beneath the earth. It was a living network, a place where technology and nature coexisted in perfect harmony. At the heart of the island stood the Nexus, a structure of breathtaking beauty and complexity. It rose like a cathedral from the ground, its spires reaching towards the heavens. The walls were a mosaic of glass and living vines, a tapestry of colors and textures that shifted with the changing light. This was the seat of knowledge, the repository of human achievement and aspiration. As they entered the Nexus, they were greeted by a symphony of light and sound. Holographic displays danced before them, projections of data and imagery that told the story of the world and its people. Here, the past was not forgotten but celebrated, a foundation upon which the future was being built. Guided by the unseen hand of the Nexus, they explored the vast archives, each discovery a step further into the unknown. The information was vast and varied, a kaleidoscope of human endeavor and innovation. But amidst the wealth of knowledge, there was a peculiar pattern, a recurring theme that hinted at something greater, something yet to be understood. It was a trail of breadcrumbs left by those who had walked this path before, a series of clues woven into the fabric of history. The clues spoke of a convergence, a moment when the barriers between the known and the unknown would dissolve, revealing the true nature of the world. It was a mystery that beckoned them forward, a puzzle that demanded to be solved. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than with each revelation, the sense of being watched grew stronger, a silent observer encouraging them to delve deeper. The presence was ancient and wise, a guardian of the secrets that lay buried within the Nexus. It was both a guide and a challenge, a reminder that the answers they sought came with responsibilities and consequences. Yet, as they unraveled the threads of this mystery, they were filled with a sense of purpose. The journey was not merely one of discovery but of transformation, a quest to understand their place in the grand tapestry of existence. In this future where technology and nature intertwined, they were not just explorers, they were custodians of a legacy that would shape generations to come. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the island in twilight's embrace, they stood at the precipice of revelation. The mysteries of the world lay before them, waiting to be unveiled. And as they prepared to take the next step into the unknown, they carried with them the hope and resilience that defined the human spirit, a beacon of light in a future filled with endless possibilities. The air around them was thick with the whispers of the past, the echoes of civilizations that had risen and fallen like the tides. The Nexus stood as a monument to these forgotten eras, its ancient stones imbued with the wisdom of ages. As the last rays of sunlight melted into the horizon, the island was draped in a silvery veil of moonlight, transforming the landscape into a realm of dreams and shadows. They were a diverse band of seekers, each bringing their unique perspective to this enigmatic place. At the heart of their journey was Alaric, a scholar whose eyes brimmed with a thirst for knowledge. His hands traced the intricate carvings on the stones, deciphering the stories etched by hands long vanished. Beside him was Celine, a biologist, her senses attuned to the harmonious symphony of life that thrived in this untouched paradise. Her connection to the natural world was profound, and she moved through the landscape with the grace of a wild creature, attuned to its rhythms. Their guide, Alara, was a woman of the earth, with roots that stretched deep into the island's soil. She had lived her life in harmony with this land, her every step resonating with the heartbeat of the earth beneath her feet. Alara's knowledge was not learned from books but from the whispers of the wind and the songs of the birds. She spoke of the island with reverence, as though it were a living entity, a guardian of secrets older than time itself. As night descended, they gathered around a campfire, its flickering flames casting dancing shadows on their faces. The air was rich with the scent of salt and earth, mingling with the distant murmur of waves kissing the shore. It was a moment suspended in time, a pause in the relentless march of progress that defined their era. Alaric's voice was soft, contemplative, as he spoke of the Nexus. It's a testament to our ancestors' ingenuity and their deep connection to the world around them. They understood the delicate balance between creation and destruction, a lesson we seem to have forgotten in our pursuit of advancement. Celine nodded, her eyes reflecting the firelight. In our rush to conquer the stars, we've neglected the wonders of our own world. This island, this nexus, is a reminder of the beauty and complexity that exist beyond the reach of our technology. Alara listened, her gaze fixed on the flames. The island has its own voice, its own story to tell. It speaks in the rustle of leaves, the call of the night creatures, the gentle lapping of the waves. We must learn to listen, to understand its language. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than their conversation was interrupted by a sudden gust of wind, carrying with it a chill that clung to their skin. The air crackled with energy, a palpable tension that set their hearts racing. It was as though the island itself was awakening, stirring from its ancient slumber to reveal the secrets it guarded so fiercely. A low rumble echoed through the night, a sound that seemed to emanate from the very core of the earth. It was a call, a summons that resonated in their bones, urging them to follow its source. Alara rose, her movements fluid and purposeful. The island is calling to us. We must answer. Together, they ventured into the heart of the island, their path illuminated by the silvery glow of the moon. The forest around them was alive with the sounds of creatures unseen, the rustle of leaves and the distant hoot of an owl creating a symphony of the wild. The air was thick with anticipation, a promise of discovery that quickened their steps. As they delved deeper into the forest, the path became more treacherous, the underbrush thick with vines and thorns that clung to their clothing. Yet they pressed on, driven by a force greater than themselves, a yearning to uncover the truth that lay hidden within the island's embrace. At last, they arrived at the heart of the Nexus, a clearing bathed in the ethereal glow of the moon. In the center stood a monolithic structure, its surface adorned with symbols that pulsed with a light of their own. It was a sight both awe-inspiring and humbling, a testament to the genius of those who had come before. Alaric approached the structure, his fingers brushing against the cool stone. "This is it," he murmured, his voice a reverent whisper. The heart of the Nexus, the source of its power. Celine joined him, her eyes wide with wonder. "It's beautiful," she breathed, tracing the symbols with her fingertips. A masterpiece of art and science, a bridge between the natural and the technological. Alara stood back, her gaze thoughtful. "The island has chosen to reveal this to us. We are entrusted with its secrets, its legacy. We must honor that trust." As they stood before the monolith, a sense of tranquility washed over them, a quiet assurance that they were where they were meant to be. The island had revealed its heart, and in doing so, it had bestowed upon them a gift beyond measure, a glimpse into the profound unity of all things, the interconnectedness that bound them to the earth and the stars. Yet beneath the serenity lay a current of unease, a reminder of the responsibilities that accompanied such revelations. The knowledge they gained here would alter the course of their future, shaping the destiny of not only their generation but those that followed. The night deepened around them, the sky a tapestry of stars, each one a distant beacon of possibility. They lingered in the clearing, reluctant to leave the magic of the moment behind. But the island's secrets would not remain dormant forever. They had been chosen to carry its legacy forward, to ensure that the lessons of the past were not forgotten. Alara broke the silence, her voice steady and clear. We must return to the world beyond, to share what we've learned. The island has shown us the way, but the journey is far from over. With a sense of purpose renewed, they began their descent, the path illuminated by the first light of dawn. The island watched over them, a silent guardian of the secrets it had entrusted to their care. As they emerged from the forest, the world seemed to hold its breath, as if waiting for them to step into the light of a new day. They carried with them the hope of a future where technology and nature walked hand in hand, a future where the lessons of the past guided the steps of the present. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than. And as they embarked on the next chapter of their journey, they knew that they were not alone. The island's spirit walked with them, a constant reminder of the wonders that lay within reach if only they had the courage to seek them. The sea breeze greeted them with a gentle embrace as they reached the shore, the rhythmic lull of the waves whispering secrets of their own. Each step on the soft sand was a promise to the island, a vow to cherish the wisdom it had imparted. Alara paused and turned back for a moment, her eyes tracing the silhouette of the lush canopy that had sheltered them, a silent farewell to the place that had transformed them all. Their path lay before them, a ribbon of possibilities stretching out into the vast unknown. Yet, the island's lessons were etched in their hearts, a compass guiding them through the complexities of the world that awaited. The sun climbed higher, its golden rays painting the sky in strokes of hope and renewal, a testament to the endless cycle of endings and beginnings. Together, they crossed the threshold into the world they once knew, though now it appeared different, vibrant with potential. Alara and her companions carried the island's gift, a vision of harmony between progress and preservation, a tapestry woven with threads of nature and innovation. They were the stewards of a new dawn, tasked with nurturing the fragile balance that the island had revealed. In the heart of their community, they would plant the seeds of change, fostering gardens where ideas could flourish and dreams could take root. The journey was far from over, but they walked with certainty, their steps synchronized with the rhythm of the earth, their spirits buoyed by the island's enduring song. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the world in hues of twilight, Alara smiled. The future was vast and uncertain, yet filled with promise. And as night embraced the land, she knew that somewhere, the island watched over them still, its whispers carried on the wind, guiding them ever forward into the unknown. The village began to transform, drawing inspiration from the wisdom Alara and her companions had brought back. Streets were lit with lanterns crafted from renewable energy, and the air buzzed with the excitement of new ideas mingling with ancient traditions. The people gathered in circles under the old oak tree, sharing stories that blended the past with visions of what could be, each tale a step towards a future they could all believe in. Alara often found herself at the heart of these gatherings, her voice weaving narratives that inspired and united. She spoke of the island's beauty, of the delicate dance between nature and technology, and of the responsibility they all bore to protect the world they loved. Her words were seeds, taking root in the hearts of those who listened, blossoming into actions that slowly reshaped their community. Seasons flowed one into the next, and the village became a beacon of sustainable living, a testament to the harmony that could be achieved when humanity and nature worked in concert. Alara watched as children grew, playing in fields where wildflowers and solar panels stood side by side, their laughter a melody that echoed the island's song. In quiet moments, Alara would gaze towards the horizon, where the line between sea and sky blurred into infinity. She felt the island's presence like a gentle hand upon her shoulder, a reminder that the journey was a continuum, an ever-evolving path of discovery and stewardship. The island had given them more than a vision, it had given them a purpose. And as the stars emerged, twinkling like ancient guardians in the velvet sky, Alara knew that their story, like the island's, was timeless. It was a story of hope and resilience, of dreams that soared on the wings of possibility, and of a world where every soul, every tree, and every whisper of the wind was cherished. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds, greater than. And so, as the village thrived in its newfound harmony, Alara and her companions continued to walk the path they had chosen, guided by the island's eternal song, forever reaching towards a horizon painted with the promise of a better tomorrow. The days turned into months, and the island flourished under the care of Alara and her companions. The once overlooked corners of the village now brimmed with life and laughter, each interaction a testament to the bonds they had forged. The island was their canvas, and together they painted a future where every stroke was filled with compassion and unity. In the quiet hours before dawn, Alara often wandered to the cliff's edge, where the sea whispered secrets known only to the wind. It was here, beneath the vast expanse of sky, that she felt most connected to the world and its mysteries. The ocean's rhythmic chant was a lullaby of endless possibilities, urging her onward, reminding her that their work was far from over, yet already a beautiful tapestry of achievements. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson, the villagers gathered for a celebration. Flames from the central bonfire danced in the night, mirroring the joy in their hearts. They shared stories of the past, dreams for the future, and promises to protect the island's sanctity for generations yet to come. Alara stood among them, her heart swelling with gratitude. She realized that the island had become more than just a home. It was a beacon of hope, a testament to what could be achieved when people came together with a shared vision. The island's song, once a faint echo, now resonated within every soul, a symphony of unity and love. As the final notes of a song faded into the night, Alara looked up at the stars, bright and eternal. She felt the island's presence in the gentle breeze, in the laughter that lingered in the air, and in the warmth of the fire that burned with a promise of continuity. It was clear that their journey would never truly end. It would forever be a part of the island's story, a story of renewal, of guardianship, and of a dream that would continue to inspire all who called this place home. With a heart full of hope, Alara took a deep breath, feeling the island's heartbeat echo through her. She knew that as long as they listened to its song, they would always find their way. And so, hand in hand with her companions, she stepped forward into the night, ready to embrace whatever the horizon might bring. The moon cast its silver glow over the island, illuminating the path ahead. Alara and her companions walked in silence, each step a gentle reminder of the journey they had undertaken and the bonds they had forged. The island, once shrouded in mystery and silence, now thrummed with life, its secrets shared and its spirit awakened. As they reached the edge of the grove, Alara paused, turning to face her friends. Their eyes met, and in that quiet moment, no words were needed. The understanding between them was profound and unspoken. They were not just guardians of the island, they were its storytellers, its caretakers, its dreamers. The wind carried with it a melody, a song that was both new and ancient, eternal in its promise. It spoke of seasons yet to come, of cycles that would continue long after their footprints had faded from the sand. It whispered of hope, of dreams reborn with each dawn, and of the endless dance between the earth and sky. Alara smiled softly, knowing that they had become a part of something much greater than themselves. Their presence had woven a new thread into the island's tapestry, vibrant and enduring. As they turned to leave, the island bid them farewell, its whispered blessings carried on the night air. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than. Less than speak greater than less than prosody rate equals 0.9, pitch equals -1 stone. Greater than less than break time equals 200 milliseconds. Greater than together, they walked into the future, their spirits intertwined with the land they loved. The stars above seemed to twinkle with approval, guiding them onward. And though they would face new challenges, new adventures, the island's song would forever be their guide, a beacon of light in the darkest of nights. And so, with hearts intertwined and spirits uplifted, they continued onward, ready to write the next chapter of their story. A story of hope, unity, and a love that would endure through time. Less than, prosody greater than less than, speak greater than.